Welcome back, Global War 1939. We are moving on to Germany's fourth turn of the game, and of course, the opening of round 4 entirely. Now, this turn, we actually are going to declare war on the Soviet Union. Now, there's a couple things that involves with this. First of all, the Americans will now get a plus 10 on their income, moving them up to 58 of the 80 that they require to join the game. So one good roll of 12s and they're in it. So we have to be careful about that, of what we're doing. But before we get into our actual turn, let's take a look at our purchases. So we have 74 to spend. We're getting 5 regular infantry for 15, another medium bomber for 12, artillery for 4, an advanced infantry for 3, 1 tank, 2 tank destroyers for 6 each, for 18, 2 advanced mechs for 4 each, and 2 Mark 4s for 7. And of course, our allies are producing for us as well. So we got Romania's opting for a medium tank, as they produce 6, Bulgaria artillery, and then our Finland, for 2 infantry, or infantry each. So now, of course, we are going to use our Barbarossa ability, so we're allowed to pick out 3 Soviet territories, and I'm pretty sure they have to be red Soviet territories, so Poland won't count towards this. We pick 3. All the Soviets will get a -1. We get a +1 on the battle. And then you just resolve as normal. Then of those 3, we pick 1 that he's not allowed to counterattack. So the place we're going to conduct our Barbarossa will be Western Ukraine, Bessarabia, and Krylia. Krylia will be the territory we choose that he's not allowed to counter. As in, there's no point in picking Bessarabia. He won't be able to get to it, and Ukraine will be too strong for him to even think about attacking. And again, his army's out of position as he put his entire army, essentially his entire army, in Leningrad, which denies us our ability to capture it, which is good, smart. He also put a destroyer up here blocking our transport. So the original plan was to take Leningrad and Archangel, denying the Russians a +6 on their income, because they need any 2 of Leningrad, Stalingrad, and Archangel. So he kind of shut the door on all that. So he will be getting that +6, unfortunately. Oh well, moving on. So our battles, once we're done, on our income will be a +10, but we'll lose 5 in one of our bonuses. So by the time we're done, we'll be up 5 in our income. And we're also going to activate Iraq this turn. So the way Iraq works is that up until turn 7, they're pro-Axis. After turn 7, the civilian population there will overthrow the government and become pro-Allied. But we're going to activate that now. It'll give us 2 extra soldiers, 2 extra dollars, and it'll be 1 step closer to taking out the Middle East, which would, again, give us more income. All right. And then, of course, the Middle East is tied into 2 points to win the game, so we need to take that out. All right. So for our actual battles to conduct, now this transport all the way up north is kind of in a sticky situation now. Again, the hopes was to go into C-Zone 9, take out Archangel, but he kind of shut the door on that. So now we're going to go into C-Zone 10 as our backup and land in this territory here. It's not worth anything. It's just a walk-in, but it could prove to be a thorn later on down the road. We'll see. But anything else we do with this transport is just going to get killed. It cannot get back into safety. It's too far away. Or the only other option really is to go into Greenland, but that's not going to help us at all. So transport over to C-Zone 10, take the guy from Narvac, drop him off, and that's a walk-in. Baltic States, that's going to be a walk-in. We're going to take 2 mechs from Warsaw, move them up. In Marvastok, however you pronounce it, a guy from Turin is going to walk in from Finland, so that's just a walk-in. And so that's 3 battles done. We're going to be attacking this destroyer in C-Zone 19. We do have a coastal sub, and then the 2 fighters. So basically, it's the fighters that are going to do the damage. The coastal sub is if he gets a hit, so we save our fighters. Corellia, we're walking in here. Like I said, this is going to be our Barbarossa. He cannot return fire into it, but we're going to go in with 2 tanks, 8 infantry, and an airborne infantry into Corellia, so that should be an easy victory. In Poland, we got 2 guys or 2 tanks in Warsaw, advanced infantry, heavy artillery, regular artillery, and then another infantry from Hungary is going into there. So that'll just be a straight battle. No negatives or positives. Bessarabia will be going in the Bessarabia. This is one of the battles for the plus and the negatives. But we'll go in with tank destroyer, mech artillery. So the tank destroyer is coming from Hungary, and then from Romania, mech artillery. That should be more than enough. And then everything else in our battle group 6, army group 6, is going into Western Ukraine, which is this army up here. So multitude of tanks, 20 odd infantry, artillery, heavy artillery. Should be no issues taking out that 1 infantry. They will be joined with the 2 advanced mechs from Bulgaria, with the pulling the artillery, another 2 advanced mechs from Hungary, and then 4 Mark 7s. They'll be joining in Ukraine. And then our 3 bombers, they're coming up to Moscow, and we're going to be conducting a bombing raid into Moscow. So our flight path would be Ukraine, Olarkursk, Moscow. He has no AA guns in that path, so we don't have to worry about that. But there is a built-in AA in his factory, so he'll get 1 shot to try to knock out a bomber or 2. And whatever survives, they'll roll 1d6, and whatever that roll is, that'll be the damage. So it's a major factory. The maximum they can take is up to 25, but we're only going to have 3 bombers, so the most that we can damage them for would be 18. Hopefully we are that lucky. So I believe that's all the battles and all the walk-ins. So we already won 3. So kind of a busy turn, but not too complicated, as his defenses are only single infantries. But let's do Bessarabia first. Let's do all the easy battles. So Bessarabia, he gets a -1. I get +1s. So 2 at 4, 5 and 11, and 1 at 8. Got a 4. Perfect. Got our hit, return with a 10. Alright, so that's done. Bessarabia is now under occupation. Let's do the sea battle. So 2 at 6 for the fighters. 3-4. Return at a 4. Got a 2. So we'll take out the coastal sub. And the fighters will turn to Helsinki in the non-combat phase. Okay, Ukraine battle. I'm not bringing everything over. That's just nonsense. But we do got 4 tanks at 8. 9, 9, 10. The one that fell was a hit with a 5. Can you see that? Yes. So we got our hit that we need. He returns with a 3 out of 3. 11. Okay. Perfect. So that's gone. That's now under German occupation. Let's do Poland. And this just, there's no positive or negative on this. It's just a straight fight. So we got heavy artillery at 4s, 210. Return. A 2. Oh my goodness. We lost an infantry. What is going on? That's not good. Interesting. All right, now Karelia. This is one of the ones that are affected with Barbarossa. So we got 2 at 7 for the tanks. 7-2, perfect. Return. 11, excellent. Okay, so that also destroys the factory that is there. And like I said, I designated that as he cannot return fire. So we lost the coastal sub and an infantry. Now the bombing raid. So he hits 3 dice at me. Let's see if we survive. Oh, thank goodness. So 12, 11, 9. Perfect. All right, so now we roll 3 dice, 1 for each plane, and whatever this result is will be the damage done on that factory. Okay, 6, 2, and a 3. So that's 11. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Pushes them past a 10. So if he wants to build there, say he wants to build all 10 units there, he has to spend 11 to do that. Now, these planes will go back to Romania. I think that's all the battles. Let's get you back over here. The planes are going to return to Romania. I'm pretty sure that's everything. I didn't miss anything, did I? No. Okay. So, non-combat phase. First thing we're going to do, we're going to activate Iraq, and we're just going to walk in a guy. So it'll be the airborne, 2 tanks, and the 3 infantry. This infantry is going to move into Cairo because Germany has a $3 NO bonus. If there's 1 ground unit in Cairo belong to Germany, then they get +3. So of course we're going to do that, and then just adds to their defense of that city from the British. And then the 2 transport planes need to get out of here now, so they have a movement of 5. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and northern Italy. So we're going to drop them off there. Over here, we have an infantry in Western Germany. He's going to move up into Denmark, and then the mech in Denmark is going to come down to Reims. And the infantry in Reims is going to come down to Marseille. The cavalry in Western Germany is going to come down to Marseille. The mech, he'll move into Paris. The artillery will come to Marseille. And we'll keep everything else as is. The infantry in Helsinki is going to move over 1 to Viipuri. The AA gun is going to move back to Helsinki. Yeah. All right. The train in Romania, that's going to come back to Western Germany. The fighter in Western Germany is going to fly down to Turin, the most northern territory in Italy. And I think that's all we can do. I don't think we can do anything else. Oh, we have a tank destroyer. Forgot about him. He's going to go into Poland as well. Is he? Yeah. Okay. Purchases. Romania, 2 infantry. So the Romanian tank is going in, obviously, into Romania. The other bomber that we built is going to go into Romania, giving us 2 slots left, which we'll put 2 infantry in. Bulgaria is going to put in their artillery, and then we're going to build an artillery 2 advanced mechs into Bulgaria. The medium tank is going into Helsinki. 3 infantry will go into Paris. Hungary, Finland will build their own guys. Hungary is going to build 2 advanced or Mark 7s, as well as tank destroyer, and then another tank destroyer and advanced infantry will go into Western Germany. So we'll just chit this out. I think that's it. All right, income. All right, so territories were at 69 plus 3 bonuses equaling 13, putting us at 82 for next round total. So not too bad. All right, so that's it for the Germans' 4th turn. Moving on to the Japanese. All right, well, thank you for watching. Have yourself a great day.